Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are unpacking a truly monumental tech shift, and that is Apple's highly anticipated June 2026 announcement. This drop literally shook the tech landscape by officially introducing us to Apple Intelligence. We're going to dive straight into this explainer to look at the sheer scale of this massive update and figure out exactly what it means for the entire tech ecosystem.
So, right out of the gate, we're hit with a massive question. What exactly is the next generation of Siri and AI? Because make no mistake, this isn't just some minor software patch. The language Apple is using points to a massive leap forward. What does this next-gen leap actually mean for the broader tech ecosystem? And honestly, more importantly, what's it going to mean for your everyday devices?
Okay, let's dive into this. First up, welcome to Apple Intelligence. Second, defining the next generation. Third, the evolution of Siri. Fourth, exploring AI and more. And finally, what this means.
All right, Section 1. Welcome to Apple Intelligence. Let's break down this reveal. Looking at the timeline, we've got a really clear chronological trajectory here. We move from Apple's foundational AI efforts in past years, right through those incremental Siri updates, up to a defining launchpad, June 2026. This specific date represents the official launch of an entirely new era of computing. It is a clear line in the sand, separating the old ecosystem from the new.
And honestly, the core headline kind of tells the whole story. Apple unveils next generation of Apple Intelligence, Siri, AI, and more. They aren't just updating an app here, they're unveiling a multi-layered next-generation suite. By explicitly naming Apple Intelligence, Siri, and AI all in one breath, this announcement signals a comprehensive top-to-bottom overhaul. Moving into Section 2, defining the next generation. What exactly is Apple Intelligence?
The terminology here is absolutely crucial. Apple Intelligence isn't just a generic buzzword. It's the officially titled next-generation integration of AI across all Apple platforms. Funnily enough, for years, Apple historically avoided even saying the letters AI on stage, right? They always preferred the phrase machine learning. Well, not anymore. Notice how it gets its own proper noun now. It's a completely integrated framework designed to connect the entire ecosystem rather than just being a collection of isolated piecemeal updates.
By leaning so heavily into that next-generation phrasing, Apple is basically signaling a fundamental evolution in technology. It tells us that the underlying architecture of how these devices operate is changing. Moving beyond simple voice commands and basic machine learning pushes the entire ecosystem into a fundamentally new evolutionary stage.
That brings us to Section 3, the evolution of Siri, which is really the core upgrade.
Think of it like this. On one side, we have traditional Siri, the voice assistant we've known for years. On the other side, we have next-generation Siri, which is completely powered by the new Apple Intelligence infrastructure. It's no longer just a standalone feature. It is the vocal and interactive manifestation of this entirely unified framework.
The logic builds in a really clear step-by-step progression. Step 1, establish the framework. You've got to lay the foundation first. Step 2, execute the next-generation Siri capabilities. Siri relies entirely on that deep, systemic integration to function in this new era. Basically, Apple Intelligence is the engine, and the next-gen Siri is the vehicle that you're actually interacting with.
On to Section 4, exploring AI and more. Let's look beyond just the voice assistant. The core components of the announcement really rest on three distinct pillars. First, the core AI integration, which is that invisible architecture we talked about. Second, the specific updates to Siri. And third, those really intriguing and more features. This is a vital reminder for us. Apple Intelligence isn't trapped inside Siri. It permeates your emails, your photos, your daily workflow, overhauling the entire user experience in ways that go far, far beyond just a single voice application.
And we have to highlight the year 2026 because it's critical here. It marks the definitive moment when Apple publicly shifted its entire computational strategy toward this next-generation framework. Keeping this timeline in mind is essential if we want to understand the context of the release window and just how rapidly these technologies are accelerating.
To easily visualize this multi-tiered approach, just think of it in three connected scopes. Apple Intelligence is the broad and visible framework. Siri is the voice assistant evolving right on top of it. And the "and more" represents those sweeping ecosystem updates. By categorizing these prongs of their strategy, we can see exactly how this rollout is designed to overhaul the user experience from the ground up.
Finally, Section 5, what this means. Let's look at the actual feature-to-benefit impact. Ultimately, we're looking at a journey from abstract next-gen features to tangible daily impact. The overarching goal here isn't just to show off raw processing power, it's about translating advanced AI into something you will actually interact with every single day. By embedding Apple Intelligence throughout the entire ecosystem, the technology is designed to become an invisible, totally seamless part of your daily workflow.
So given the unified, foundational shift introduced by this new framework, we're left with one big question. How will the next generation of Apple Intelligence fundamentally reshape your daily digital routine? It's a massive question for sure, and one we are undoubtedly going to see answered over the coming years. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep seeking out that knowledge.